this episode, I'm going to get the frame and the swing arm completely stripped of everything that will stop me stripping the paint off that's on there already. I'm planning to get it into epoxy primer, but I'm still like that whether I might send it away and get it powder coated. Not sure. As you know, it's a T140V Bonneville. It's a 1975 August build. It's a 76 model, although what does that really mean? Probably means that it's got some shoddy parts on it because they were struggling at the time. I bought it from an importer and I've got it registered. It took me no time at all to register it using the method that I've put in another video. I'll put a link in the description for you. And I'm excited. I do want to be riding it in the spring. It's winter here in the UK, so it's going to be a while before I do that. So I'm going to be cracking on over the next few months to get all the different parts done. If you looked at my other videos, you'll see I'm still struggling with my cylinder head. Still can't get it off, but we'll worry about that at another time. Oh dear. they weren't exactly tight, were they? And of course it's spinning at the back. Jesus. Sorry if I shook you up there. Shook me up too. Bloody hell, that was tight. I only wanted to loosen it. Now I just have to knock it off with a hammer. And my guess is that'll be a lot freer now. Well, it's freer. Whether it's a lot, I'm not sure. Yes, that clock again. Maybe I should have held on to them. And just at the point I set the camera up to show me putting the strap across the frame, it decided to depart from the stand. Luckily I wasn't in the way, and it being a big old English frame, I'm pretty confident it isn't damaged. And there's one of the mud dauber nests that I missed. They're a kind of wasp or something, I believe, but you do come across a lot of them. The disc is held on more by habit than anything else. Just make sure I get all the little washers off because they can catch on the threads. And with a bit of luck, a little bit of tapping on this side and it should free up. There we go. And off it comes. Well done. A good bit of advice is, even if you're bagging up stuff that eventually you don't expect to use, and I don't expect to use very much of these fasteners anyway, always take some photos of what actually associated with what. At least you'll know what it looked like when you come to be finding one for the future. There we go. Even with the spring loose, it's a challenge. They get tighter over time. There we go. Next I'll take the sensor stand off. And interestingly, it's a 11/16 here and a 9/16 there. And I know it's still grotty, despite the fact I've had to go at cleaning this a couple of times, but obviously not this particular part. Now then, this should come out and done fairly easy, I would think. Yeah. Thinking and doing, two different things. Well, it's loose, but can't quite get it past the frame. Hang on. No, I thought I might just... It won't. Right, I'll turn it over, do the other one. Or shall I just do the other one where it is? In fact, I'll do it where it is. Doesn't quite just come off. To a certain extent now, taking this off will tell me how well or badly this bike was looked after. There's a strainer in here, or maybe not, we'll have to see, but I'm pretty sure there'll be a strainer. And how filthy that is tells us, you know, whether they did bother cleaning it ever. It is just the gasket that's stuck on it. Well, that should be the clean bit. And this is the strainer. And actually, although it's got quite a build up there, it's not that bad. I've seen far worse. Nothing very exciting to see in there. Can't see any damage or such like, so good clean out, and that should be good. With this video, that's as far as I'm going. I am going to take it outside and give it another degreasing. I only found one bit of damage, and that's on the lock stop here. As you can see, it's a metal plate, and the one on the, let me think, left hand side, yeah, when the bike's the right way up, has snapped off at some time. Maybe it was in a crash or something like that. The rest of the frame looks absolutely fine though. I have to get that welded on. I said at the beginning, I'm thinking I might get it powder coated. I would personally prefer to paint it, but the way the weather's been this year and we're getting towards the winter, to take some time out of the project, I may look at getting it blasted and powder coated. I am looking at using a Charlie's filter, so media, although I'll clean as much as I can out, wouldn't be as big a concern as it might be if I was using the original strainer. So I'm thinking of that. I would still prefer to paint it. I might try a bit of paint stripper on it and see how that goes. Basically though, there are three things you can control in a project: quality, time and money. And they're a bit of a bit like cart balancing. You can spend more money and get more quality and it'll take less time. Or you can take more time and get good quality and spend less money. It's one of them. And if I send it away for powder coating, I might get better quality, it'll cost me money and it'll save me time. Maybe I value the time, maybe I value the money. The quality, if I painted it myself, I think could be just as good. The worry with powder coat is once you damage powder coat, you can only just put a bit of paint over it. Once you damage paint, you put in more paint on. It's not so bad. Anyway, I hope this has been of use to you. It's not the most riveting video, I appreciate that. However, if you're stripping this frame down, having seen someone else go through it first, you spot, well, oh, maybe I'd need to do that there, or those fasteners are there, or whatever. I always find it useful to see how someone else did it, because my memory is not so good that I can remember 5 or 6 years ago, the last time I stripped one of these frames down. But thanks for watching, do give us a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe.